level up.
I don't know. He's a cool guy. Yeah. Rick, how are you, man?
Busy as shit.
Yeah, I saw that as your.
I'm grinding powder.
I didn't even know if you were actually doing that as I was texting you there. That sound switch thing there.
Literally, we just Marcel is still messing with it.
Nice. That's a cool piece of hardware.
I still don't know how to use it.
Well, I looked at it and I still have no clue either. If it helps you.
But we got 3 of them now, so.
Whoa. Man, how long has it been since we've had him on?
I think it was pre-Pandy. Actually,
So 2 years.
Was it pre-Pandy?
Yeah.
I don't think we were at the peak of it. I don't think.
No, I think we were just at the beginning.
Like we were pre-shit show for sure.
So, side question: is this live?
No.
Okay, when's it going up?
Why? When do you want it to go up?
Well, I'm just wondering if it's going to go up after next Friday.
No. Yeah. Well, sorry. Yeah. So this one will probably hang on. So we're talking maybe it can go up on the 8th or it can go up on the 22nd.
Oh fuck, that's fine then. All right, cool.
Is that all right?
So I'm putting in my 3-week notice in my engineering job next Friday, and I will be quitting and going full time.
No,
dude.
What?
Yeah, we're finally at that point.
Man, last time we were talking, you were earning and burning. You were working for was it Goodyear?
Yeah, I burnt that job in October and moved to a new company that gave me more freedom to be able to try and keep doing it. But it's been 6 months, man. The growth is insane right now, and I was talking to a lot of people in my account. It's just like it's just not worth my extra strain to do that. When
man,
like
well,
I just need to sink my time into the business to keep it going.
No doubt. Well, we're recording now, so you just let me know what you want bleeped out. But if we're good for timeline, then I'll leave this all. It's all gold.
Oh, what? Do you got an intro or something? Like what?
No,
what
hell
doing?
no. We just say
we're good.
We've moved along from having our welcome to the PM&A podcast thing. We just started right off. Seems more organic.
Yeah, we've done a little bit of housekeeping. Yeah,
we had somebody kind of be like, "So we're not recording yet?" I'm like, "No." Like, don't you do a song and dance first? And he's like, "No." So
that's so funny because we've been talking about that for our podcast. How we just we have we'll get on with the guests and we'll have all this pre-banter and everything, and then we're like, oh, we gotta start. Because we do it live, so we're hey, we gotta start. Cut the conversation. Let's start. But we'll be doing the pre-com, but we're like, man, this would be good for on the podcast. We need to bring this back up, and we just don't.
You see it, and that's the thing is we found a lot of the time we'll just be hanging out, talking, just shooting the shit right off the start. And that's some good content, just catch people's attention. Oh, these guys are just hanging out, man.
They're real people, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. But in a way, sometimes that pre-conversation can't actually be public.
Sometimes,
yeah. Sometimes, we talk business on our side, so we'll be talking like figures and numbers and stuff about business and stuff before we jump on, and then we're like, all right, cut. We got to go public now.
Right. Yeah, we're not. We got no business on this end. We're just shooting the shit.
Well, again, what's? Oh no, I was about to say what's all going on. Oh, I see the DJ Life sticker. Nice, but
yeah, I got them all over my gear too.
What's the framework for today?
We're just hanging out.
Not much, man. We're just getting caught up. I know you've been super busy.
Well, obviously,
you had a couple of things change.
And I feel like a lot of people online don't realize how fucking busy I really am.
Why don't you walk us through a single day in the life? If it doesn't stress you out.
God, you want to walk through today?
Yeah, buddy. From the start to finish.
After
how many cups of coffee?
Yeah.
I want to know what's in the coffee. Did you put gas in the truck? I want to know what's up.
What time does your little puppy get you up to make you go outside now?
Oh, so you do know the shit. Okay.
Dude, I am. I told you.
This guy's
you're talking super fan.
This guy's.
I got your tattoo. Okay. I just don't want to show you where it is.
So thankfully she's at the point now she's grown that she actually prefers to not sleep on the bed now, which is weird. She wants to sleep on the mat in the bathroom right beside us. So she still tries to wake me up every morning. But when she was a puppy, every morning like to the T about 6:30. No, between 6 and 6:30, sometimes 5:45. She was trying to wake me up. Like, yo, let's go outside. I got piss. Take the dog downstairs, let her out, feed her, play with the dog, make breakfast. Then eventually, somewhere in there, also go upstairs and get ready to leave. And I gotta be out the door by 7:20 to go to my job. So my new job now only is like a 30-minute commute. Goodyear was like an hour. So thankfully, I switched jobs before getting the puppy and making a lot of these changes. So make it over to work, grind it out. Like today, I had like 3 phone calls I had to take during work hours. Like just like rush out the front door of the building to go take a phone call for DJ stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're planning a few production events right now, and there's people calling me left and right, event planners and production people to make sure we got the writers in place and everything. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff I'm working on this year. Especially the one venue down here, they throw like a giant festival, and the manager I gave him my card back in 2021, but they weren't doing this because of COVID yet. It's like a 5,000 person festival. They throw a Mardi Gras and they throw a Halloween event, and it's bang. They have like they set up like 5 stages. They have 3 DJs, 2 bands playing all night. They get like circus performers and people on ribbons and shit. Like it's crazy. But they finally called me, the owner, and he wanted me to come do sound and light for 3 of the 5 stages. The other 2 stages, the bands bring their own production. So,
oh wow,
I got to go meet with them tomorrow to go through what that's going to include. But back to today, took those calls. I get an hour lunch break, and like literally my hour lunch break is like shove food down in the first 10 minutes and just sit on the laptop answering emails, phone calls. Most of my day is filled with like going through emails for the DJ stuff, texting, phone calls, and then also handling all of the uplight sales that I do now.
Jeez.
Which is a huge sector in my business now. Includes the uplighting sales through both lighting. There's like 2 down here now, but like that was end of 2020. Yeah, end of this December of 2020. They reached out to me because I was actually in the middle of making a video for them. Like I was just making a video about the product just because it's a dope product. And they messaged me like, we've been getting a lot of referrals from you. Do you want to do like a referral program or possibly become a dealer for us? And I was like, whoa, what's the dealer route like?
Yeah.
They're like, well, you would be our only US based dealer. We would ask that you kind of keep spare parts and stuff to fix lights, and you handle the customer service of all your customers, and you kind of set your margins. And I'm like, I like this idea.
Yeah.
Because they were offering me my commission. They wanted to give me like $1 per light. I think it was $1.50 per light sold, which I'm way over than that versus being a dealer and handling a lot more. And just from a personal standpoint, I feel like I connect better with the people when I'm the one handling it. And also I've dealt with her. Like she's good on her English, but like she's not great. And I don't know. I'm just trying to solve that gap of like, you want to order lights from China, but deal with someone here in America.
Right. Yeah.
So that's grown ridiculous now. So I started in March of last year, and I've had 170 customers now. So,
but it's just in the States though, am I right? That you do your sales through, like you get like your referrals?
Predominantly, most of our stuff's in the state. I've sold one to the UK and one for South Africa, but UK is not bad on shipping. But most of the guys in UK, I don't know, they're not interested, or my reach is just not there. I sold to quite a few in Canada, actually. I think
I was going to say I looked on there when I saw that you were the vendor for those, and I was checking out the lights to see like if I could go through you, and I wasn't too sure. I was going to reach out to you and ask.
Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff because you guys have like duty tax and whatnot. So like we have to manipulate the invoice to make it lower than what it actually is, so you don't pay as much.
Yeah, and they want to swab you to make sure you don't got the pandy and when you come through the border.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of shipments held up at the Canadian border, trying to get through there. Man. But that's awesome. So lunch, I get an hour lunch, and I'm spending every minute of that hour lunch getting stuff done. And then I have to bus back into work until roughly about Fridays. I can get off about 4:30, but normally it's 5. Today I cut out at 4:30. I had a meeting at 5 at a bar with sorority managers to do TVs, lighting, and cold sparks and stuff at a rooftop bar.
Jeez.
Knocked that out. Came back here. Ralph and Marcellus got here, and we've been doing sound switch training all day up until joining onto this podcast. I was trying to scarf down my dinner before jumping on here, and then we got plans to go out after this, meet up with some people we haven't met up with, and then restarts. But
Wow, man,
that's not a typical day.
So I guess we should say thanks for your time today.
Yeah.
Really, you fitting us in here.
Oh yeah, no, literally. When I put something on my calendar, I'm not gonna not do it. So like, I set the date. I think we set this date like 3 months ago or something.
Yeah,
like,
we did.
It was
a
while ago.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're a little backed up.
Tess, we're in the same boat. I'm just trying to like carefully manage what I add into my schedule at this point, because I've started to realize how critical it is, and then also trying so hard to outsource stuff. But it's so hard to outsource stuff you do.
Well, especially like for you,
people.
like how much pride you take in some of the stuff you do too, right? Like doing the consults and that, like that's got to be like a hard puppy to kind of let go, right? Because that's been your baby since you started this whole thing, right?
And I still do all the consults. I do. I have not gave up any of the consults. I've gave up. I don't do any of the lead stuff anymore. So new leads, follow up with leads. I don't do any of that. I pretty much handle like consultations, proposals, invoicing, booking.
Man.
So all the follow up stuff, I got someone that handles that every day. They spend like an hour or 2 a day. A lot of our shit's automated though, so it helps a lot. But like texting, you can't automate texting. So I have to do it manually. But like all our emails are automated.
Man,
but yeah,
so,
it's
like
crazy.
It's crazy. Like, so is that kind of like the thinking behind moving full time? Like, that was always the dream though, wasn't it? With the channel and the business.
I've been able to go full time for like 2 years now, if I really wanted to. It's just one of those, like, it's so easy to have an 80K salary as an engineering job and just
it sounds pretty easy. Yeah.
Get the money, the retirement fund, the insurance, a lot of stuff that came with it, and just like safety net. Like,
yeah.
I mean, COVID put that in my head pretty seriously. Even though 2020, towards the fall, we actually turned in a pretty good year. Being that our company was a startup in 2019, like we beat 2019's numbers, but like 2019 was our first ever full calendar year in North Carolina. So, I think we did 18 weddings in 2019, and then we did 24 in 2020 with COVID. So,
whoa!
And
you
then
can
we
almost
turned
say.
around.
Sorry to interrupt, but you can almost say like with the pandemic, it kind of slowed things down. But could you almost say too, though, like with the pandemic, it kind of put things into perspective. Like it's, if you're gonna do it, jump, right?
So like for COVID for me, I spent all of like when COVID hit, like I went straight into like revamping and structures and everything on my business side. Like I spent so much time like color coding cables, getting like systems in place for like the guys to load out, load in. So that like we have loadout sheets. So like if you're going ceremony, you need these things on the checklist, like trying to put structures in place and organization so that, because I knew with COVID, like as soon as it hit, I'm like, there's going to be a big surge when we get all these things redone. So like I was trying so hard to like get my automations in place and like upgrade that and try and get everything structured as best I could so that like when this bitch took off in 2021, it like could take off. And it did massively. We did 69 weddings last year and another like 20 events. And we're set to do over 100 this year. And
man,
yeah, so
jeez Louise.
Everyone in 2021, at least around here, had a record-breaking year. Like everyone I talked to, 2021 was a record-breaking year, and 2020 is set to be a record on that. Just because there's so much business right now.
Everybody's like, they've been holding off to kind of throw parties or events or weddings and stuff. They're just like, we're gonna do this now because we couldn't do it before.
And you know the crazy thing is, weddings came back first because they're private, so there's not much politics that play into that. And like we went full bore with weddings last year. It was insane, which was kind of a pivot for us because I was trying to do like half production, half weddings. And we just went straight into weddings last year. And then just recently, like in the last month, we've been getting a lot of calls for like school dances, productions. And I'm like, shit, I forgot we did these. Like we got all the gear sitting on the shelves in there, but like I'm like, wow, okay, I gotta figure out how do we squeeze that into the already jam-packed wedding like mess we got going on right now.
Wow.
It's all about guys right now at this point. I just need so many more people than what I got right now.
I was just going to ask you. So I had been seeing actually just before you and Bar actually took kind of a bit of hiatus for posting videos for like 3 months there. And I saw just before that, though, you had posted an ad that you were looking for DJs down there. And I was going to say, like, compared to like how many you were missing then, like now it must be like I need that plus like 20 friggin' more.
We took a hiatus because like fall last year was like, me and Bar both talked about it, but like for me personally, like I was so dead. Like I was almost like, it's sad to say it, but like I was almost zombie DJing at some of my weddings. Like I like it just not in a sense of like just a body tired. Like mentally I'm there, I'm doing it, I'm putting on my face and everything, but like I'm drained. Like the last weddings of like November and the few in December. The few in December, I kind of had a little bit of a break finally, but like going through October and September, oh man, like I think September, I had like 3 weeks in a row where like I pulled like 12 to 15 hours of travel time each week.
Wow.
Like, I had hotels and stuff, and it's one of those, like I went through that. And the main reason why it was so draining was I had to turn around every Monday and go to the day job. And grind out the day job all week. And then Friday came and I'm driving 4 hours to an event and I'm like, it's just nonstop.
Man.
Like you got no breaks. So
when you're gonna be finishing up at the main gig, are you gonna throw a big party afterwards? Are you gonna be excited? Like that seems like a pretty big deal. Like obviously you're not gonna leave on bad terms. You're not just gonna be like, peace out. Like you're not gonna
fuck you.
Yeah, you're not gonna do like a
because like honestly, this job right now I'm in is like compared to my first engineering job is so much better. Like the company like treats their employees nicely. They throw events and stuff and parties. Awesome. And like they make sure everyone's looked out for. Like they actually give you a lunch break. I didn't have that. Like it was the culture of my last job was like you work to live. You don't live to work, or you live to work. Yeah, you live to work. So like everyone at that company, like most of the higher ups were like, pull 10 hours, pull 12 hours. You need to do it. You need to do it, even though we're only getting paid for 8. The new place, everyone's just like more relaxed, and it's a younger company, smaller company. So you're a lot more closer to the higher ups and stuff. So I love my personal job that I'm at right now. Like I have, but like at the same time, I'm like, I get home and I have so much work to keep up with the business that I don't have free time. And I just really need to get to that. Like literally once I quit Easter. Easter will be when the week before Easter is my last week. If they don't fire me on the spot, which I don't think they will. We're on good terms right now. It's definitely going to be a shock and a half to them though. I already know that. My boss won't see this coming at all. But
you're quitting on my birthday.
No.
Oh no, his birthday. No, his.
Yeah, my birthday.
Oh, really?
It's Easter this year. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But it's funny, but like when I quit, I'm probably going to spend like the first 2 weeks just trying to catch up. Just because I was watching, so I watch a lot of like podcasts and like billionaires, millionaires and stuff, and learn from them. And I'm super business oriented when it comes to like my thought processes and stuff. And one statement that one guy said stuck out to me. He's like, "Are you working for your business or in your business?" In retrospect, talking about, are you working to improve and further your business, or are you just working to keep your business going?
Oh.
Because if you're just working to keep your business going, it's not going to go anywhere. And the more I thought about that, the more I thought about how like my day that I just talked about, I'm spending my day answering calls, emails, and just keeping everything going. I'm not doing anything. Like right now, I don't have time to focus on systems and training and recruiting and trying to get people into the business to grow it. So first 2 weeks are going to be just catching up on shit to make sure everything is kind of squared away on like stuff we need to be doing. And then after that, I'm going to be looking for how I can work on it. It's actually on my on my dry erase board behind me. It's literally titled "Working for the Biz." First thing, recruiting, systems training. It's got bullet points and stuff. And yeah,
That's interesting. Like that thought process of like, so if you're just doing the day to day, keeping up, you're not working with the business. You're working for the business. Is that the like? So if you're just
you're
doing
working
like,
in your business.
okay,
So like
okay,
to further your business, you need to take a step back.
right,
And you need to look at the areas your business needs to improve on so that you can further it. So
okay,
in that way, you're working for it as like a contractor. You're working to build your business versus you're in the business as like an employee, just doing employee
right,
tasks.
right.
So you got to think about the mindset of,
Interesting.
is that something an employee could do in a way, or is it something that like a decision maker needs to be putting into place structures and stuff to build it?
Okay.
So like for me, there's like 3 areas of the company that are like failing, and that's social media. It's funny enough to say that, but our fusion profile is pretty garbage at this point.
Mhm.
I mean, it's got a lot of followers, but that's just part of the game. But like actually, like we need, even though our content is like superior to a lot of the people in our areas, it's not where I think we can do it. Like I really think we can be doing a lot more with reels and TikToks and getting some really cool content up there and getting some marketing related educational content to our clients. So, and capturing our other guys. So like, that's one of the things. I don't even have one near me, but all the guys this year have GoPro rigs that'll film for, I think, 8 hours straight. So
Whoa.
put them up there, record, and then I'll just send it off to my video editor, chop this up, and we got content to put up on there. So
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, Ernie and I guess I would hope that we fall into that category because we've been really
Trying to.
in the
anyway.
in the new year. We made a plan. We had to sit down before the new year and said, okay, so what's the plan for the year for the podcast? And the first thing was try to find. So right now we were just having the main audience from Instagram. That's really our main audience. We wanted to kind of build out onto that. And so in the last, what are we doing? Like January, February, March. We're kind of in 3 months in. We got like TikTok up, we got Facebook,
Nice.
just because like that whole thing, and then we did what else do we do? That's it, right? TikTok,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, those
But like it's funny because like we'll post a TikTok video, we'll get like 1,700 views on it, or we'll get like 800 views, and then we'll post something on Facebook, it'll get like 10, and then we'll do the same thing on Instagram, and it'll get like maybe 180, 200. But TikTok is like, and it's just like small little reel. It'll be like a little advertisement, and it's just like. It's interesting how all the different like algorithms for every kind of like social media kind of like adds up, but it's just like we're just trying to find those audiences and those other places that aren't connected or not interconnected, and that's just like that. Yeah, we're trying to just like and then kind of weave them together. So it's just been interesting to kind of see that and from that idea. But TikTok seems to be like wasn't always just dancing around and doing like
no.
Yeah.
Especially now, I think they upped it. You can do like, I think you can do 10 minutes now on TikTok or something.
Oh, for
I heard.
real?
I don't know. It might have been Instagram Reels. My editor blew up on TikTok. He's got 3
you were
million
saying that,
now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he makes like super like slick edits with like they're like a loop. So like the video just continues. Like it looks like it's just a continuous video. And he'll do stuff like where he'll be like talking to you in like a very low voice, and he's like, I bet you didn't just realize that my shirt changed and this changed in the background and this and this and this.
Whoa.
He edits it in and stuff.
But that's like the guy, right?
Yeah. It's just like fancy edit tricks is all he does. Like he blew up with his videos. He would jump, and then he would have his body would be changing t-shirts and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
I've sit there and keep jumping. You probably saw him, honestly.
Yep.
And then he would like stop and be like, pick out that clothes and like pop it onto his body and stuff. Like that's how he blew up.
Man.
He just did a bunch of those.
We just do ones where I'm singing to a stupid fish.
No, we did like that Bing Bong interview.
Oh yeah,
it
we
was
did
like
the Bing Bong one.
Bing Bong, and it's like what do you tell Joe Biden right now? Like we did that one. Like we're trying to like I don't know if that's like a good idea. Like finding like the current what do you call
TikTok things.
like
What's trending?
the trends and then kind of like going off on that because everybody has like a take on it, right? So trying to do that and then also making our own unique content where we're actually taking. So now we're doing video and putting that on YouTube, and we're taking like we take clips where like we say something interesting or something unique, and then we use that as like a clip. But yeah,
and that gets movement. But I was going to ask you, like, do you would say that you would get more traction from like the other platforms than you would from like a bride or somebody seeing like your videos, like your gig logs?
Oh man, that's like it's like ever changing, to be honest. It's so weird. Like the more and more like 2 years ago or like even a year ago, COVID's changed a lot with how people look for stuff online and stuff like that, and how they interact and they appreciate certain things more than they do. I don't know. It's just I feel like they're more exposed to YouTube at this point. But nowadays, like if they stumble across my YouTube, like they're so sold. Like it's crazy, and it's just like they value that I look like I'm a respected person and I'm talking about this fancy gear. Like one of my grooms is like I watch your videos and like I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds cool.
Jackpot.
Because I just saw Barr put out a video and he was saying like he hasn't seen a whole lot of traction other than maybe a couple. I think it was the one that he just did the other day. He was saying he just had like the bride that saw his video like for the very first time, and he barely seldom sees it.
Yeah, in a way. Well, you got to think about it. And like I'm in the same boat. I've always been like kind of nervous about like showing them that, because like that's going to be their wedding on my channel at some point with thousands of views, 10,000 plus views. So in a way, you're like, some brides and grooms probably don't want that, but I think the younger generation we're getting to now is more like, hell yeah, I want to be popular on the internet. So like they're more involved in it versus like maybe people in their 40s and 50s now, like my dad, that are so totally like, I don't want to be on your channel. I don't want to be anywhere on the internet. I want to be secluded. I don't want anybody to know anything about me. Nothing. I'm private. Versus like I think now more people are more public with wanting to be more public.
True. We act like that's the only thing you've done since like the last time we talked. Like you got a girl now, you got a house.
A house.
This house is dope.
Dude, the lighting in the garage turned out amazing, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It was only like 7 months in the making.
Yeah.
Man.
I started on it and then I stopped for like 3 months, and then like I did a little more. That way, like another fucking 5 months, and then literally I just jammed out the last half of the garage in the last like 2 days. And it took me like 5 hours maybe to do the rest of it.
Yeah, it's just
everybody listening, if you haven't seen it, go check it out on YouTube there. I think it was on Instagram. Sorry, it was an Instagram story that I saw.
There's a video coming for it. It'll be on my truck channel. I really need to get back to posting on that channel. I grew 10,000 subscribers in a year, and I kind of just stopped because of last year. Just got way too busy.
Right.
Like that was COVID. I because I totaled my previous truck. I already had like 1,000 build up on it, and then literally COVID hit. Got a brand total, or right before COVID in March, totaled my truck. Got a brand new truck as COVID hit, and I got laid off for a month. So I just started, because I got the same truck. I already had all the shit. So I just slapped it all on the truck, and literally it had a lift kit, tires, wheels, and everything. I think it had like 112 miles on it.
Man, I think I remember. Yeah, I think we mentioned that last time.
Yeah, that truck looks pretty sweet. Yeah.
And I filmed all the content for it, and I just kind of like just trickle fed it back out. The nice part about like truck modifications is I can film them all at once and then like trickle them out, versus like a gig log. People see it on my Instagram and they're like, oh, this is like 6 months old, or like it's kind of dated in a way, you know? I don't know.
I'll go back and rewatch them. I don't give a shit.
But I mean, some people are like that, but
yeah, because sometimes you can go see it and like you'll hear like some kind of mix that you made that like, you know, you kind of, you know, take an idea from that and put your own little spin on it. But I kind of like that, like with people like you that put out content as good as it is, you can kind of like use that information. You don't have to use it exactly the way you've done it, but it's you're putting out awesome content, man. It's entertaining and it's like fucking educational beyond belief
for you.
Yeah, so I need That's I mean, all of this we're talking about is big reasons around why I'm like I gotta drop
Yeah.
engineering from my plate.
Yeah.
It's just
Mhm.
it's too much to balance it because like there was a time there I started. I kind of still upload to it, but I like started with intentions of like posting regularly to like a house DIY channel, and I was like, I'm gonna grow this one now, and I'm like, and looking back, I'm like, that was a terrible idea. Like I already had too much on my plate to start with.
Did you get a
But
lot of
now at this
traction on
point,
the avocado house? Sorry.
no.
No.
The first video got like a few thousand views, and I don't even know how many views the channel is. The main channels I'm focusing on now are the DJ one, obviously, truck channel, and the podcast channel. And the podcast purely because now we made it live, so there's no editing on my part. It literally just it's live, it goes up. And I actually got a high schooler. I can't remember where he's at, but George, if you ever watched this, shout out to him. But he like reached out and he was like, "Yeah, I can do that for you." And he just takes our podcast. Like I gave him administration rights to my channel, and he like literally downloads it, cuts it up, and posts them back up as clips. And he
nice.
also like cuts them up and makes reels too. And he sends me in a drive folder like, "Here's reels to post." I'm like, "Cool, post the reel,
Man.
post the reel."
But see, like even with that, like it's even if you don't think that you're teaching people how to use a podcast, like it. Obviously, I stole your mic, and then I
Stole
saw
it?
your
Walked into his house and stole
idea.
it?
Well, I didn't not his. I don't think he owned this one, but and your desk. I love the way your desk is set up.
Oh yeah,
the
we got
V.
plans, man. We
Yeah.
got plans.
Yeah, I'm doing up.
Oh
the
wait,
desk here.
I had a company reach out to me. They sent me it's in boxes right here. I need to assemble it this weekend. My goal is to assemble it this weekend. We'll see. It's a low priority, but it's a lift raise kit for this desk.
Oh, so it's more
It's
like
a hydraulic.
Stand up, so you can
Oh,
stand
yeah.
up.
Yeah. I think it's called flex spot.
Is it the ones that they use
Flexi-
for like desk office
Yeah,
jobs
so
like
you don't
that?
have to- you
So you
can
can stand up
stand.
at your
Yeah.
when you're working at your desk.
It's flexi spot. It's a leg kit. So like I
Oh.
use this top, like that's their thing. It's like it's a DIY leg kit. Like you can modify any desk with this leg kit to become a lift raise desk.
Oh.
That said, it's still expensive as hell, but like
Yeah.
it's not as expensive. Like an L desk my size, if you wanted to buy this like with the top and everything, it's probably $1,200. But this leg kit I think is $750.
Whoa.
And of course they sent it to me to use it in a video. It's going to be in the office video, going over the office and everything. Whenever I get around to that, I still got to put crown molding in behind me. You can't see it. You can't
Beautiful.
see it there. There's no crown molding in here yet. So.
Yeah, man. That's the small stuff when with like a house and stuff is like the last minute. You're just like, okay, I gotta make sure. Just like the finishing touches. All the.
I was looking back like on like our on like photo reels and stuff. In a month, we literally took the house. I think it was literally in 1 month last year. The whole entire house, every single room got painted. Floors got installed. That was outside, and I can't remember what else happened, but it was like, I mean, this house is almost 3,000 square feet, so the whole entire house got painted in literally a month, and all the I can't remember. I think drywall was done too. Like we had drywall people in here, but like it was a lot of shit happened in a month.
And you changed the lighting in that room too. Was it just that one?
Oh, the lighting too. No, there's new lights in every single room. I replaced everything.
Oh my god! Like all pop lights and stuff.
Oh no, this is
they're puck. They're like a puck light. So there's no actual can there. If I went to my garage, I could show you, but literally it's a puck. All you do is take a 6-inch, I think it's 6-inch hole saw bit, and you cut into the drywall. There can be a joist there too. It doesn't matter. These things literally are the thickness of the drywall, and they have little spring clips that clip on. And there's a little electrical box that just chills up on top of the drywall. You run your electric over to it, hook it up, and you're done. It's super cool. And these lights are like, I think $7 a piece.
And are they LEDs then?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That'll last.
They change colors too, don't they?
Only the ones in the office or in the studio and in the den and in our party room change. Oh yeah, they're actually up on the shelf over there, but
that is
I
rad.
put the ones. Those ones are like $25 a piece, so they're a little pricey. So when you're talking like 10 lights in a kitchen, we just went with a generic $7 white.
Man,
but yeah. But the nice part is you can upgrade them too if you want. Like I could pull these ones down and just switch out the box and put in the smart ones and then be good to go.
So you've been a little bit busy over the pandemic, like, you know?
Very,
Yeah.
very.
Because
It's-
I'm just sitting here thinking, because like last time we talked, you were like talking about how things are kind of slow. You were a little bit worried about like weddings and stuff, but you were saying like you were getting ready for the weddings, like you were pre-planning, making sure that when things did start, you were ready to
So
run.
we had to have talked in 2019 then, because like 2020 was set to be like, well, it was set to be my 2021, what it ended up being.
Mm.
But like going into 2020, we had like 50 plus weddings on the books. Like we were ready to like crush this. It was just me and Marcel's at that time too.
Mm.
And Marcel's didn't even live down here. Like me and him were both ready to go tackle this. And then COVID hit, and then we just started rescheduling like crazy.
Mm.
And then we kept like 22 of those, but most of them moved into 2021. And then 2021 became an insane year. So yeah, like 2019 was just like an establishment year in a way. Like
Right.
we did a good handful of events, started to get those connections, which were finally after 2021. Like we have a good kind of network of connections down here now, finally. So yeah, it's gone from 0 to 1,000 very fast.
I'm just trying to look it up right now.
So I did have a question. So just because like we're kind of new to the YouTube game, we've been doing Instagram for a fair time, but so with YouTube videos, I remember you saying this in the past, just because I kind of remember, is like when you're putting content. I remember you were saying you were trying different content, you were putting out different videos, and some videos landed, some videos didn't land. And I think you were saying, I think you said before that like the truck ones and the car ones were really like the ones that kind of like blew up. So for us as like these lowly like podcasters who are like putting out content and just putting out an episode, what would make something like that, like an episode, like blow up? Now, my first thinking would be like someone like yourself, like we would do an interview and like we would hang out for like an hour and a half or something, and then you would also cross kind of like promote. But like, what advice would you give to someone who's just kind of like trying to figure out how to get some more lands or downloads or views?
Traction,
and stuff?
you mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of I've prided myself. So the truck channel is my test of how well I know how to manipulate the algorithm in a way. And I proved it pretty hard. Like if I find a niche that doesn't have a huge traction, like most of the, like literally this is crazy to say, but my truck channel has 11,000 followers, and it pulls in, well, in its prime was pulling in more views, if not the same amount of views as like the top channels in that field. Like I posted a video on the new Tundra Tacoma was coming out, and my video for 3 weeks straight was the top search result if you search for Toyota Tundra 2022. I beat out Toyota's own videos and like all of the giant million follower truck channels and everything. My video at the top, and I think it landed like 60,000 views or something in 3 weeks. It was insane. That video blew the fuck up. But there's one of the biggest things on YouTube, you got to get this right first, is title and thumbnail.
Okay.
Thumbnails are huge in terms of like, and a lot of stuff I do. Like I just recently, and the avocado channel is not really at a point to take off. You got to have a good amount of followers to kind of give that thing its initial push. So like once we get like 1,000 subs or a couple thousand, you got a good enough to give like a good push on your initial videos, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like my avocado house only has like 300 followers, so like its initial push is only like a couple, like 10 to 20 people, so it's not a good push to push a video with. So like once you have like 1,000, 2,000 followers, then if you post like a really cool video, you can get that like 1,000 person push to push the algorithm to start pushing the video.
Okay.
Because it's all about like literally when you post a video, it's all about like that first 24 hours. The first 24 hours is huge. And if you go to your YouTube analytics, it might not be as accurate at this point because if you don't have enough followers yet to prove it or anything, but it'll tell you what the optimal time is to post.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
I literally just actually tested this on because on the DJ channel, I got so many followers and I haven't really been like trying to push content heavily until recently. In the last like 3 to 4 videos, I've been like trying to get back on the grind and start pushing videos. And the last 3 videos, I just kind of post them whenever they're done. Like I get the video back, make the thumbnail, post it 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Well, I just randomly, I was like, let me look at my analytics. And it says my most traction is between 1 and 5 p.m. So the last video I just did, it was the Pioneer DDJ 1000 case build. My previous video was on the brand new DDJ Rev 7. Brand new spanking controller. It's probably the most popular thing to search for on YouTube. That video, I think, did 12,000 views in like a week or 2 weeks or something like that.
Jeez, man.
This video, the case build, just the 1000 been out forever. I built a case for my one DJ. I decided to post at noon. And I posted at like 1, leading right into my peak viewing time for that day on Tuesday. I think it was a Tuesday. That video, I think, has 12,000 views in 3 days.
Holy.
The views are up 75% on that video over any other video. And I literally attested to my initial push on that video. I posted at the optimal time to get the most people viewing it initially. So that way YouTube pushes that video, and YouTube on your dashboard will actually tell you that too. When you post a video, it like gives you like a little saying around it. Like on mine, it literally tells me like, hey, more of your regular viewers are watching this, so it's helping push it to other people.
Interesting. Okay.
In a way. But so posting at the right time is huge. Thumbnail is huge, and your title. Thumbnail and title, I get a lot of info from like looking at what other videos are popular. Like if I'm making a video on I don't even know. Give me a topic. If I'm making a video on how
Cats.
to
Cats? Did you say cats?
Cats.
Yeah. People love
If
cats.
I'm making a video on,
love
say
cat
you got a
videos.
cat, I have no, I don't even have. a
Yeah,
cat.
what the fuck are you talking
let's-
about?
I love cat videos.
Okay, cat food. Say you're making
you
a
go.
video
Cat
on
food.
YouTube for
There you
like the top cat food. So go on YouTube and search for what you would be trying to search for to find that result. So you best cat food, whatever, and then look at what the other people are posting. What's everyone else on? Like, what are the popular videos on there? What are their taglines? What are their sayings? And that's going to give you an idea of like what to put in your title. And then in a way, you might see some catchy thumbnails in there. Like I can imagine now for like top cat food, I'm going to put like top 5, and I'm going to put like big cat food brands on the front of it. Or you can take the approach of like, if you're making a video on the top cat food, you can make something like you could cross out, I don't know what's a really good cat food, like what's the most popular?
Purina.
I'm sorry, I said cat now.
Kitty couch.
Whatever.
I'm
Purina.
sorry, I
Say
said
say
cat.
say Purina's the best brand or whatever.
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Put a big X for a Purina brand, and then put a Walmart brand beside it. What's the and then put the tagline top cat food, and then people are instantly like, well, why the fuck is he saying Purina's are bad and this one's good? And they're gonna click on
it
it.
makes a big.
Yeah,
Okay,
fucking Mittens
okay,
loves Purina.
Okay.
So you want to make a really clickable thumbnail. I mean, like my one YouTube video, two of my most popular ones I ever made were like stop using facades, and it literally was like a facade. It was actually DJ Barr's facade with a big X through it. And then like I made one that had like all of the column arrays that everyone loved, and I said column arrays are stupid or something on the tagline, and it got a lot of views.
Yeah, I remember the
on a
facade when I
negative
was
way.
very upset about that one. Till I watched it, of course. But
So you just got to think of a clickable, like literally it's a clickbait in a way.
Okay.
You want it to be relevant to the topic, but you can stretch the topic in a way, if that makes sense.
I see what you're
Like
saying.
like DJ Barr's recent video, it was really a gig log, but he put a couple elements in there about getting weddings off of YouTube, and I think his title was "How to Book More Weddings Off of YouTube" or something like that. And everyone's like, "Oh, how do I book more weddings off YouTube?" So,
yeah, and it
then
was
I'll
actually
let
2
you in
gig
on-
logs. Yeah.
And then let me pull it up here because I got to figure out what the plugin is. There is a plugin called vidIQ. It's free. vidIQ for Chrome. And what this does is it's going to give you analytics on every video while you're on YouTube. Can I share my screen? I'll show you what this does. It's fucking legendary. Can I share my screen here? Windows. Let's see here. This one.
Oh no, we're not seeing it.
Oh wait a minute. What is it?
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Okay, just now.
I see
There
Can
we
you
go.
see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it? All right, so let's
We see
click
it.
on.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah, we're good. Yep.
Let's click on Nick Spinelli's video. So vidIQ is a plugin, and it shows me all the stuff over here on the right. So his video right now is getting 10.3 views per hour, 217 views, and his tags are too short, titles too good, whatever. One of the cool things though, it'll tell you all the tags he used in this video and what tags are landing him search results.
Okay.
Shout out to Nick. I actually messaged him the other day. Shout out to Nick.
So one of the things you can do is go look for video.
Okay.
So if we're looking for top cat food here,
yeah,
and we see a video,
God,
it's all gonna be like these purple hair.
Oh, look at that fucking.
See, look at these. So this one's getting 17 views, and look at this. You can see off the get go like what videos are landing right now.
And I see
17 views per hour.
Yep.
So this video is getting 17 views per hour. So I'm gonna click on it, and I can scroll down and see what tags she used and what tags are giving her the best results.
No way.
So cat food reviews, she's the first result when you type in that in the search terms. Best cat food's number 2. Purina's 36. So it can kind of in a way show you what what tags are optimal to use in a way.
Okay.
So like I know a lot of people, like Bar told me this tool is useless. And to some degree it is. It's just a good advice in a way, is the way I like to look at it.
It's better than nothing.
So I know that with most of our videos we put out, like for like just like to promote, we post
this is my channels. This is my personal channels analytics.
But yeah, it's showing you your probably.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Which I already know, but like you can actually get if I actually click on all about cats, you can get stats on them right here. So she's pulling in 518 views. You can see the trending tab, so you can go to trending, and this is all free too. So these are the videos that are trending for her right now and how many views per hour she's getting.
Whoa.
So if you like analytics and like to look into it, and let's see here. If I go to upload a video, this ain't gonna work.
Hey, jump on our YouTube channel and see if you can see anything funny there. It's not gonna be.
It's not gonna be a cat video. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. What's your channel, real quick?
PM&A podcast.
The ampersand.
And sign.
Ampersand.
And AM.
And PM and a podcast.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, there's one thing we gotta fix.
I can't tell if it's.
So maybe our title.
There it is.
There.
It is.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of it. So you don't have any stats. So.
Oh yeah. We're statless.
You're too new.
Yeah.
We just like our old ones were all just audio. So
I can still see all your shit on your video though. I can still see what you use for tags and your details on it. You didn't put any tags, so there's flaw 1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Tags are huge. So let me just YouTube Studio. I want to show you one of the things that's cool when you go to edit a video. So if I go into, this is like when I'm uploading. With vidIQ plugged in, it gives me all those details. So if I go to type in like DJ Flight, it's going to start telling me what the popular search terms are that are using those first 2.
No way. Okay, we gotta.
Yeah, we're jumping on this.
Yeah. It's like, just because we're, I do a lot of the tags for the TikTok videos, and I know that's what lands us a lot of the views.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that with Instagram, I always do it with certain times of the week, certain times of the day. I always find the weirdest one is like Sunday afternoon. People are just sitting at home, like on their phones, watching TV, and that's where we get like most of our views for like a promotional video. It's like they call it the Sunday saddies or something, sad Sundays or something. Like there's like this saying about like people that are just like, tomorrow's Monday, and like I'm just gonna sit on my phone. We get tons of views. Anyway,
if you go to channel analytics and go to audience, it'll tell you down here. So this is when most popular people are viewing my channel.
Sure.
So like I could see here, but like I posted on Tuesday, so I was looking at like right around 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock is the most optimal.
Yeah.
So I post it right at the beginning of that and let it roll.
Okay.
Another thing is I have an email subscription service too. So I've been collecting emails, if you didn't know or not, by giving away my set lists. So
what does that mean? Sorry.
So I got an email listing. So like email subscription list, basically.
Do you have to pay for that subscription though?
Yes, it's paid for.
Yeah.
It's $50 a month to do this, but basically I can do just broadcasts and sends and stuff like that. So I got 1,652 people on an email listing. So whenever I go to post a video, I send an email blast out there to try and push that initial blast. So, and it'll tell me 46% people opened it, 133 clicks, 7 people unsubscribed. This is kind of like once you have a following, though.
Yeah,
so that way,
right.
So that way you can optimize your followers to help push your videos in a way.
Okay.
Okay. Like it's a process and a half for me to post a video.
Sounds like it. Literally, I take the video that's unedited, like what we're doing right now. I upload it and I manipulate the thumbnail on one of the photos that auto comes up with like the three of us talking. Usually I use the one that we're all laughing in or something or smiling, and then I post something like that. But I don't know.
vidIQ has a thumbnail builder built into it too.
So I have a thing that I make. I have a program on my phone that I kind of do all the editing and like I can manipulate stuff. It's like a Photoshop basically, but like I can cut and paste a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I could try that.
Okay.
Thanks, awesome.
DJ Rick Webb.
You ever use Pixlr?
Pixlr?
Pixlr.com.
Is it free?
Yep, it's free.
All right, that's my price.
Can you see this right now?
Yeah.
So this is the thumbnail I just made, and it's a full-on Photoshop editor.
What? That's on. It's fully online, so you don't have to download anything.
Fully online. Pixlr.com. Pixlr, Pixlr.com.
All right.
Discovered this one in high school, and it's legendary. Just go to the advanced photo editor, 100% free. You can open up multiple pictures and go to town.
If you'd like to use this video, Rick, to say I showed 2 idiots in Canada how to make a podcast
teaching Canadians.
No, see, I'm willing to like share this knowledge here because like it's going to help your guys' following because I'm not sharing this shit anywhere.
No, I appreciate it, man.
I'll share this stuff like in my educational group when I make one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
interesting. There's so many things that, and like a lot of like some of this stuff I've learned through like conferences, like just networking and talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
But like some of the stuff I've learned a lot.
I love that that case build too. By the way, that was I'm doing that to mine at the moment. Now that things are starting to kick in,
it costs so much to do it though. God damn.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm not.
pricey.
I don't think I'm throwing mics on it because I have a good set of mics, but I don't have 2.
Good.
So I don't want to hardwire one in if I have to yank it out to do like a ceremony reception and then take it out.
Oh yeah. So you would benefit for like our ceremony racks we use.
Yeah.
Where and the sad part is the one I posted the video on. I sold that one. I don't even use it anymore. Basically, I removed the back plate to make it more modular because that back plate made it super hard to try and connect it up to a controller to use for reception. So right now it's just basically 2 mics are mounted in there. It still has the battery backup system built into it, but like the back end is just wide open. So you have to manually plug in the mixer. And that way, when you're done with the ceremony, you just unplug it from the mixer and go and plug it into your main rig and you're good to go.
Right. Was that the battery one or was that the other one?
Yeah. No, it's the they're both battery powered.
Yeah, I didn't know if they both were.
Yeah, we kept that component. We just removed the pre-wired mixer in the shelf. If you saw that on the first one had to pull out 3U shelf that had the built-in mixer. Yeah, the new ones we're making don't have those anymore. And actually, the newest one, which I need to make before next Saturday, kill me. We have the first ever 4 weddings in one Saturday coming up this Saturday.
So that's what actually I was going to ask you. Like, how many? I don't know if your video's not working right now. How many?
Sorry, I got to click. Whenever I share screen, it kicks my video off, and I have to click the button again.
That's all good, man. It's all good. We just want to see your pretty face. I was just going to say, like, how many weddings now can you handle on a weekend?
We can handle 4. We can do 4 weddings. We have 4 guys, right? 4 guys, including myself. So,
Man,
sad part, we're going to be dropping to 3, because Drake, our youngest, is going to college in August. So,
Are we losing
salute
Drake?
them.
Oh no.
We're losing, but he's going to me and Marcellus' alma mater, so we can't hurt him too much. He's actually up in Athens right now, so
oh wow, man.
doing his first tour, so we
for
can't
him.
hurt him too much.
No, man, even your
I'm sad,
whole
though.
team is it's like you can even tell like how much pride you have when you watch like your DJs when you set out like off to the side and watch what they're doing. Like just even from hearing them in the background, you can tell like I'm like, nah, this fucking guy trained them. Like you can tell like that's Rick's crew.
That's cool.
Pretty much. Well, Ralph's the newest one. Ralph has really never been trained with me, but I say that, but like he spent a whole entire year with me. So like that's one of the things we have to speed up because I take so much pride and I'm so like anal and OCD with some shit like you better be doing it this way because if you do it some other fucking way I don't want to get a complaint because of it or something like that. Like it's like little stuff like cable management and just stuff that I pride myself in that we do that I want my other guys to do. Bye, Hannah. See ya. Yeah. Yeah, Hannah Marcellus over here right now. But puppy's trying to leave. Where were we at? Talking about adding new guys. So that's like one of the things because like Ralph was the new like Drake. I got him before he even knew how to DJ. So I worked with his dad. His dad he used to play guitar. He was 15 at the time. It just worked in my favor. I'm like, come help me out with this prom.
I was gonna say because you couldn't convince your brother to come out and help anymore, or what?
Well, yeah, because he's in Ohio. I'm in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I told his dad, I'm like, have him come help me with this prom this weekend. Well, turns out it becomes this super rager prom, amazing, and the dude's just like, the kid's like, this is what you do. I'm like, it's not all like this. It's not.
That's amazing.
And then he comes out with me to a wedding like 2 weeks later, and that wedding's like a rager too. And he's like, I still don't see where these down gigs are. And then we went and did the giant 800 person prom for Apex. And he's like, dude, this is insane. I'm sold.
Wow. That's cool.
And then I trained him how to DJ over 2 years. So he learned how to DJ over 2 years and he's done 2 weddings now. And sadly, he's only going to do another 4 before he leaves us. But that's just the name of the game when he's so young. They want to take the more experienced guy. But it kills me. I trained his ass and now he's leaving me.
Yeah. That sucks.
But we'll be good. We'll be good.
Yeah. Do you still have do you still use roadies or with like 4 guys is that just there? Oh yeah.
Everyone's got a roadie. So
nice.
Everyone is responsible for getting their own roadie. It's a weird concept because I still pay the roadies. So all my guys, all my main DJs, they're W-2 guys. So they actually work for the company. They're full on in the company as a W-2 employee. All of the roadies are W-9. But what I ran into earlier on, and it's a little tricky, is like I'm willing to pay a roadie a good amount because I appreciate what they do. And what I ran into is, no offense to Marcellus, but he was more tight on money. So like he wasn't willing to pay them the same that I was paying my roadie. So I was like, I want to keep good roadies. I want to keep good quality in the business. So I took on I'm going to pay the roadies. I'm going to pay the guys that DJ and then take my cut out of that.
Wow.
So all the roadies get paid by me. All the DJs get paid by me, but they are responsible for getting their own roadie in a way. I just asked that like we to find a good roadie. And then that way, once they become like kind of, once that person like trains them a little bit, like that roadie can come help me and then back and forth. And if they want to become a DJ, they kind of go through that cycle where like, well, I'll send you to go do 2 gigs with Marcellus. Then you'll come do like 3 with me. And then I get some feedback on what Marcellus does that I don't do and what he does that I don't do. So I can kind of do a little quality control right there in a way. But yeah, it's right now, I think we have a list of like 12 roadie assistants in a way. We have like a list of like 12 of them. There's the core like 3 that work for us, 3 to 4. There's 3 other DJs. I have a full-time, which is Marcel's girlfriend. She not full-time, but like part-time, full-time. does all the administration stuff on the back end and also helps out a
Wow.
shitload of like uplighting rentals and stuff like that, where we're going to go do weddings. So like if we book an uplighting rental on a Saturday, Hannah goes and does it because she knows our shit very well and she can handle it. And she also does all the emails and texting, so she already is pretty much aware of them.
Man,
And then Korn, who is Marcel's assistant, is starting to step up in the social media realm. We'll see how that works. I think I'm going to take that back though. Yeah, and I got another guy lined up. I'm going to try and persuade. That's like one of the things of going full time is I'll actually have time to kind of network and kind of pitch these guys on like, hey, come work for me because you're going to make 800 plus a night.
jeez. And he's gonna have a blast doing it. Sounds like.
Yeah, and like I even upped our because like Ralph was the recent one. Ralph found me on YouTube and like he'd been DJing and he lives in Raleigh, which is an hour from where I am. And he's gone through a year now of like being just an assistant. In a way, he probably says he was a bitch for a year to get to the point where he can become the DJ to make the 800 plus. Like he just did his first wedding and made $1,200 last week. That was his cut. So,
Wow. Man,
like he saw the light at the end of the tunnel that like once I get going, I can do it. And I've been like quizzing him heavy. I'm like, what do I need to do differently? What do I need to do to speed this up? How can we make it better? And he said that really need to do more pay. So we upped everyone's pay. Everyone makes 15 to 18 bucks an hour now as an assistant. So it's just trying to fix that is the biggest thing right now. It's so hard.
I was gonna ask you, like, I don't think you've posted a video. Is that something you think you would do? Like, I know, like, you know, in your spare time when you're trying to inhale dinner to make a dinner video about how you recruit a roadie, but like,
well, I'm not full time now yet, so
no, but I mean, like, when you recruit like guys to come and help you, like
what do you look
the process
for?
for that, right?
Like an interview process, maybe
to do a video of just to show other people that do events and stuff like that are starting to get into it and going like, shit, I really could use an extra hand, but I don't know like where to start to reach out to ask because my brother's always working kind of thing, right?
That's right. I am.
I mean, fuck. I don't even know if I can make a video on that because I really don't know. It's literally a network thing in a way. That's like our best roadies have came from networking.
Just know a guy that knows a guy kind of thing.
Friends of friends, like, hey, you got a friend that's looking for some side money? Hey, you got a friend that's looking for some side money? Do they want to work? They want to work. Because the best roadies we have are the ones that generally just work hard.
Mm-hmm.
That work hard, they're efficient, they want to work. Those are our best assistants. We've had some shitty assistants, that like I don't know, they're just brain dead or something. I don't know. They just like we give them like in a way like a mental like 5-strike policy. Like after the 5th one, you're like you still don't understand that you have to put the speaker on top of the tripod. We do that every single gig. That. You know, it's the one where like we want the roadies that like we show them how to do it, and then they take a little self initiative like at the next event. Like they start to actually like, hey, we got to do this, and then they maybe ask questions. If you don't do any of that, then you're not a good roadie for us.
Yeah, I don't think Ernie. I don't think you would like having a roadie because you're a control freak.
Yes, but I would like the help.
Oh, trust me, he's probably not as bad as me.
I'm
notorious.
Man.
Like every one of the roadies says I'm the worst.
Okay.
And you know you're the worst when you take your girlfriend out for one event and she says, "I never want to work event with you ever again."
Danielle said that. Danielle said that once.
Yeah, like it's to the point where when I work with Ernie, I don't let him pay me because the notion of him paying me to do what he's asking me to do, there's added pressure. There's that much more pressure because he's like, no, this.
There is
in
a way on your side.
You know what I mean?
From the person paying you side, you don't see it as being different. But I've been on both sides of that before. Yeah. It is way different when you're getting paid to do it than when you're not.
Exactly. Not that I'm lazy. Like I'll work my ass off.
Yep.
And I'm good at like he does like I'll just like I'm like he says jump and I say I'm the guy who says how high. Like I'm ready to rock and roll. Like you're not gonna find the guy like that. But problem is he's so picky about it that like to get paid, it's just like I just don't want. I was like the expectation is way more as also maybe because he just treats me different because I'm his brother as well too.
Sounds like he needs to come work for me. I need anal freaks.
Oh my god, dude!
If I could handle the drive down there, I'd be down there.
Yeah. What's the drive?
I just need you to move.
Yeah.
Trust me, Marcellus did that. He did an 8-hour drive for 2 years straight, and after he moved down here, is like, I don't know why I kept doing that. And I'm like,
You'd have to-
I don't either. Like, I tried to persuade you so much time.
You'd have to
Just
cross
don't
the
work.
border though, my dude. You have to get like a, change your whole passport and
I'll send you my salary. We'll see what we
Quarantine.
can
You're only gonna be able to come over here and come back every like 4 weeks because you gotta do a 2-week quarantine every time you come across.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, really?
We're going to Mexico next week, and we just found out that you don't have to. You don't got to get swabbed.
Oh,
Yeah.
They just
Mexico.
lifted like every mass mandate possible in the United States has been lifted at this point.
Good.
In the last like month.
Mm.
It was funny. It was like known that the CDC was gonna like lift it in a way. So like all the states started to lift theirs early because they didn't want Biden to get the credit for it.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Mumbling Joe.
Politics, man. It was
Yeah. God bless him.
Man,
I wanted to say to you that like from when I first started following you and then watching your videos. So you posted a video where you were driving down the road and you popped up a video saying, "Guys, I'm exhausted and I fell asleep while I was driving."
oh
And
shit.
you're like, "I fucking been working like
oh,
a
that's
madman."
college.
Yeah, and
That
you
was
were like,
college.
you were rough as hell, but like even just for you to post it shows you that you're not full of shit. Like you're an actual person. That it showed the drive
Yeah.
that you had, and then you go from that to you when you first started Fusion. It was a video of you walking into a forest area, and you're like, I don't have to DJ today. You're like, I'm so relaxed. Like all I get to do is just kind of wander around. And I was like, I'm so proud of this guy. Like, look how far he's come.
That's amazing. God.
What was that like? That was one of the events where my other guy was DJing and I wasn't
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. You were just in the background. You were just posting a
Oh,
video.
trust
Like,
me.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I could just.
the more I've been doing it like this year. Shout out to my girlfriend for making it evident to me. Like it's one of those internal things you don't think about or
Yep.
process, but like October, as I was getting like super burnt out, I'm like, I just gotta keep going, And she's like, do you ever think about like maybe putting some breaks into your schedule? And I'm like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, man.
So like this year, I have a set rule that any month that is not May or October, because May or October are slammed, and like every weekend's booked. Now I just charge the high price so that way it makes it worth my time. But any month that isn't that, I have to have a minimum of 1 weekend off where I'm not DJing one of those weekends, because I literally last year I went last weekend in August until the third week in November every single weekend.
Yeah. Wow.
Two a weekend, or like that was at least one, like at least one.
At least one. I did two doubles in there.
Man. God.
And working
One-
full time.
Yeah, and multiples. One of those doubles involved a 4-hour trip on Saturday, 4 hours there, 4 hours back. Try to sleep, turn around, go to another wedding, 2 hours away. And I had like 3 weekends like that, where like both venues were like fucking on other ends of the map, and I had to like go in between them and pull it off. And 2 of the weekends were like hotel weekends where like the event was 4 hours away. So Friday, like after work, drive 4 hours, hotel, wake up next morning, do the event, go to sleep. Sunday, drive back 4 hours. Monday, go back to work.
Man, you ever check your blood pressure?
I think it's I don't know if it's sad. It's like one of my prides and joys. I have like a sleep tracking app, and it says that literally over the last 4 years, I think my average sleep is like 5.5 hours per night.
Ugh. God. Well, Ernie can probably.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
But sleep is like that's not good, dude. You should get at least 6. But if you're functioning, like if you're putting out the quality stuff, if you were just like if your stuff was just garbage, then I'd be like, yeah, the proof's in the pudding. But unfortunately, you're very successful at what you do, and you put out good stuff. Like keep it up, don't sleep. You sleep when you're dead, I guess.
Nah. That's just that was just the young anywhere. Like that was from being like 20 to now being 26. So I'm it's starting to like catch up to me in a way. Like I definitely don't have the energy I used to have when I was like 22 and 23 when I first started the company. I know that straight up. Like every day, I do not have the same energy I used to have.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a balancing act in a way. So
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no, I said it last time, but I wanted to tell you it was pretty. It's inspiring to watch like the drive and like to see how far like you don't really take a lot of time to appreciate your wins, right? Like I know you did one at that beach house. I was going to ask you if you actually got to chill for that one. That one was really cool. If you haven't seen this video, guys, you got to check it out. It was the first one I've ever seen where the entire group had headphones on, so it was kind of like a quiet party.
Silent disco.
Yeah.
Silent. You've never seen a silent disco before?
No, sir, I have not. No.
Oh, I've seen many of them now. They do them at festivals a lot. Like they'll have the main stage and then they'll have the silent disco area.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, I do know. Yep.
Yeah, where they have different colors and they can battle. So that was like 2021, obviously we finally had a team in a way. Like it was the first year I was like, we have like a team of guys. Like we have I could name like 10 of them off the top of my head that were literally like, this is team FSL. All these guys contribute to the team in a way. So that year I wanted to take everyone to the beach. I wanted to do some sort of party, have some sort of fun, get everyone out there. Just so happened we had a client that contacted me, I think in May, and they're like, hey, we're having our beach in Ocean Isle, which is a beach by us. Now it's like, we're going to be renting a house, like a beach house, and we're going to have all of our people down all week, and we're going to have a wedding the last day at the beach house, and we want you to come out and be a part of it. And the dude see me on YouTube. He was actually he's a motivational speaker. He does like company stuff where he'll like go like build teamwork and stuff and do that. So he really wanted a good person that could fit the bill. And I was like, I would normally charge a shitload to go do that because you're talking all the way to the beach, but I think we can work out something where we can do something cool. And I can bring my whole team out there because he pitched the silent disco first. He's like, I've seen the silent disco and I think it'd be the coolest thing ever to do it because they cut off sound at Ocean Isle at 8 o'clock. Or I think it was 9. It's like super early because like it's at the beach. Everyone wants to chill. So he's like, I want to do a silent disco so we can keep going until midnight. And I was like,
oh, that's such
I
a
could
cool
work this
idea,
out.
Man.
I could work this out where I bring my whole team. We'll have at least 3 DJs there. We could do the silent disco. We can have a blast. We can all chill in a way. And it turned out amazing. I mean, I probably spent more money that trip than what I made, but I think it like broke even in a way for the beach house and everything because I got a 3-story beach house.
That was beautiful.
The whole team.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
It was so amazing. Had a pool. It was beachfront and everything. All the guys brought like their girls and everything. So I think we had 8 to 10 people there the whole time. And it was only for like we went down. I was there for 4 days, but some of the guys only showed up for like 2 days because they work. So they came down on Friday because it was only 3 hours away. So it was a trip you can make in a day if you wanted to. So some of them came down, and I mean, shout out to Drake's dad. Drake's dad came down, and he's the only adult that was there. But the dude literally, he went fishing the whole day and caught like fresh fish and then cooked it up that night. Like he cooked a rack of ribs and fresh fish for all of us. It was amazing. And then the wedding was just so, I've never had such a more relaxed wedding. Like they literally told us to like, and the sad part is they told us like the day before, we're like, what's the dress code? We're just curious. And he's like, oh, beachwear, just wear flip-flops, shorts, t-shirts, whatever, polos.
Shit.
And I was like, fuck, I gotta go to the store and get some flip-flops. Because I was literally in flip-flops, shorts, and a dress shirt. Like that's all I wore. And it was so relaxing and chill. And I don't know, other than the bugs were ridiculous. But yeah, that was an amazing trip. And we definitely have to do another one of those this year. And the guys were talking more about doing like a local thing this year instead of going all the way to the beach. But
right.
I don't know, the beach is relaxing to me. I have a beach wedding actually in May. It's on a Wednesday. Crazy.
Sick. Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's a weird day to have a wedding.
I guess when you rent, or no, it's a Thursday. Sorry, but still.
Yeah.
Still.
It's not going to be a rager, at least, right?
The second part is I can't enjoy it because literally I have to turn around and come back because I got a wedding Saturday.
Dang it.
But all I'm doing is DJing, so at that point.
Man.
True.
That's
True.
So I gotta ask that question though. So is it feeling overwhelming to take on that as a full-time gig, or is it like reassuring? Like how do you feel about it? Because like it sounds like you're ready to go all in. You're kind of okay.
Excited as fuck.
Okay, good.
So I made more money DJing last year than I did in engineering. So, combination of all my aspects of my business, uplighting, YouTube, all that was more money. And I don't know. It's like I said at the beginning, it's hard to turn down
Yeah.
80K. Just like, it's like 80K, just come to work Monday through Friday. I'm like, and I always was like at the mindset, as long as I can just like manage to keep doing it. But the problem is kind of like what we talked about there at the beginning. I'm at the point now where I can just keep it going. I can't keep it growing.
Mhm.
And it's weird. This is a weird thing to say, or at least I think it is. But like in college, I like quickly realized that I can only focus on 3 things at once.
Mm.
That's all I can do is 3 things at once. So in college, I did DJing, college, YouTube. Those are my 3 things. I couldn't do anything else. And then once I got out of college, I had job, YouTube, DJ. I was like, I just swapped college for the job, but quickly realized that the job is a lot more demanding than college.
Yeah.
And then you add on top of that, when COVID hit and everything, I started to try and expand. I tried to start doing a podcast. I tried to start doing a truck channel. And then I quickly realized that, like, yes, I'm really good at growing these other aspects and growing more things, but like, I can't do it all. Like, I just can't. And that's when I started to outsource, and I got like a video editor, and I'm like trying to cut back and bring back some of my time for me. But it's at a breaking point now where like, yes, I could probably go most of this year and still maintain a full-time job if I wanted to, but at what cost is kind of where I'm at. And right now, one of the biggest things for me is my mental and physical health is a big thing that's starting to wear on me. I am the heaviest I've ever been since high school. I might not look it, but I crossed the 200-pound threshold, which I've never seen since I was a senior in high school. So that was a big red flag to me that something needs to change so I can get back to exercising and eating healthy again and doing like meal preps and stuff and getting back into that. And then just mentally, I feel drained practically every day. Like literally right now, I feel drained. Like when I get home from work and I sit here and I'll get like a burst. Like I just got home, so I'm like ready to go, and I'll get like an hour's worth in. But like right around that 8 o'clock mark, I'm like,
yeah,
power through. I can get to 11 o'clock because I work until like 11 midnight every night. Like
yeah.
So
It's all good, man.
Jeez.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm literally beyond pumped. Like at first, when I was contemplating that decision, I was very like, I don't know. And I'm a huge like numbers analytic person, being an engineering background. I got a math minor and everything. So like in my QuickBooks, I was running like numbers out the ass. I was doing projections on like what we got booked this year and the expenses for this year and how I can cut some of the expenses and see where I'm at and how much is health insurance going to cost me now that I'm going full time. And it was crazy to like all the numbers. Like it's like I was digging for that one number that said, no, you can't do it. Nope. I got to keep the engineering job just to reassure that like I can keep doing it. And like every number is like, you're stupid. Why are you not going for this? Why are you not going for this? And literally people, my close circle has been telling me for like the last 2 years, they're like, you still got your engineer. Why do you still do that? Why do you still do that to yourself? Like Bar and Nick and like everyone I talk to, all my guys, Marcellus and everyone, they're like, you're still doing that? Like, why are you why are you doing it? Like, and in a way, they've been very right. But in a way, keeping the engineering job is why I was able to kind of get so far ahead financially with like getting a house this early on in life and getting a nice 401k set up and having a safety net of 2 years sitting there, like that I can go into this engineering journey. And my mom told me it best. I didn't even think about it until she told me it. When I told her, I'm like, I'm going full time. She's like, you're about time. I was waiting for you to do it. And I'm like,
wow.
I was just laughing.
Well, that's good saying that, because I remember when you had said like your parents were kind of like, you're gonna DJ.
It's still my dad in a way. My dad is still hesitant. He's worried for me. He's a worrier. My mom's a big worrier. No, my dad's the worrier.
Yeah.
But he was telling me, he's like, I don't know how well the economy's going to. Like I was telling him, he's like, yeah, but I mean, it's a tough time. The economy's not doing so high right now, and I'm like, Dad, like my clientele is all high end clientele, and all I see is them spending more money. Like they keep calling me wanting to spend more money. I'm like, shit, fuck, I'll figure out how to.
Oh, but I'm another bank account.
You want a juggler? Oh, fucking Lord, give me a week.
Seriously, I mean, they contacted like, hey, I saw this dancing on the cloud thing. You think you can make that work? And I'm like, I got a buddy that's got one. And I'm like, on the back, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think I can go rent one. Like, how much is that going to cost? And I'm like throwing a number that like I don't want to do a number. I'm like, $750, and they're like, sure, book it. And I'm like, God damn it.
You're just like, fucking bar, get over here, press the fucking button, man.
I gotta take some money now. Oh man.
See, I've done that so many times that it's bit me on the ass. Like I just recently I quoted like a production wedding, and we're all 3 booked on this. Like October, there's only 3 DJs, so we're all 3 booked, and they want like Cold Sparks production, uplighting, pipe and drape, hedge wall, neon sign. And I shot a giant number on it, and like they signed the contract the next day, and I'm sitting there going, well, at least I have until October to figure that out.
Oh my God.
Oh, those cold sparks scare the shit out of me. I don't know about that.
Nah.
I see it now that like I saw them going over and put their hand over top of it. I get yeah. So it shoots out. It's like this box that's like what?
Yeah,
by
I've seen
3
it.
by
Hey,
3?
you showed me it. You showed me it. Yeah, you showed
They're
me.
cold, dude. They're literally cold to the touch. You can put your hand in them all day long. I demo them all the time.
I just worry about a little kid walking over, sticking his face in. What's that for?
No, actually, that's something you have to watch though, because like they are metal pellet. You don't want someone's face in them. So like I tell this like venues and everything, like only someone that I trust will run the Cold Sparks. You can't have just a random willy-nilly person clicking the button. Because like there are some safety factors to it. I mean, it's with everything. Like strobes. I mean, strobes, you have to make sure no one's epileptic in the room, otherwise you can get into a serious fucking issue.
Well, don't you have that little laser that you need to have a license for? Don't you, that little thing?
You just have to have a class laser to technically own it.
Okay.
Anybody can buy it and use it. No one's really ever going to say anything. Okay. It's when you get into certain venues, certain stuff, when you have to have this. Like a lot of schools are strict on like you have to have a certificate of insurance, you have a certificate of workers' comp insurance, you have to have. I just went for one that just had all this. Cold spark fountains. I got venues that required me to have a Class D fire extinguisher, which costs $800. Well, it's meant for metal fires, which is what that is. If it ever caught on fire, it would be a metal fire. So there's some stuff that like it's beneficial to have it in place, but man, it costs a lot to have it in place. And it's all those things like you can do stuff like you can do things outside of certain venues where no one's going to say a word, but ones that want to follow by the rules, you have to have everything in place. Otherwise, you're not doing it.
Right. Well, Rick, man, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I
appreciate it.
I know. Yeah. No.
Go out and have a couple drinks with the boys.
Again, I absolutely huge appreciate your time.
Yeah, man.
Like I say, I can fucking send out a message to you, and like within probably like less than a day, I get a message back. So it just shows like the kind of guy you are, man. It's inspiring.
And it's not just you. That's literally anyone that messaged me. I keep up, like that's every morning when I wake up, I sit there for 30 minutes, answer / look through all the comments on YouTube, answer all on the truck channel, the main YouTube channel, the avocado channel, Instagram, Facebook if I get a chance, because I don't really care about Facebook. But yeah,
we get the least amount of traction too. So.
I like when I was doing a lot of stuff planning for this year, it really put into, I mean, I've already had a focus on it, but it really put into a focus how many of my personal business revenue streams rely on my YouTube and my follow basis. Like I appreciate my followers so much because they give me so much in terms of the life that I'm able to live. So, I mean, it doesn't pay for my life at all, but like it helps a fuckload with what they're able to do. And a lot of the doors it opens, like when I go to events and people recognize me and like invite me into VIP or go backstage and stuff. So it's really cool what I get to do with the little following in terms of like, if you consider stars and stuff. That's a fun one. I actually took Christine to Vegas, and literally on the way back, she's like, so you're like a celebrity. because it was a DJ convention. So everyone's
Yeah.
like, I want to take a picture. I want to take a picture. She's like, you're like a celebrity. I saw you taking pictures and signing things. I'm like, it's no big deal. It's the DJ industry. It's
That's
small.
cool to have, that's cool to do that with like a newer girlfriend. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this. Like,
Yeah, just don't tell her. No, I warned her. I'm like, there'll probably be people coming up to me, taking pictures. Some will be really cool to talk to. Some will be kind of annoying, and it's just how it rolls.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it looked like an amazing time there.
man,
It was an amazing time. The show was a piece of shit. They really needed to do something with that show. It was a terrible show.
Yeah.
All the speakers were fine. It's just like the people that run that show like need to get their shit together. It's a fucking shit show at this point. I would not recommend anybody to go there unless you want to network.
I got one last question for you, sir. When does the new DJ Life merch drop? Can I get it?
That's secretive right now.
Okay.
Let me see. I
Still have
actually
the
don't
old
even-
stuff left. I saw in the closet.
Oh, I got way too much stuff left, to be honest.
Okay.
What is this drop date? I think we're shooting for Memorial Day.
Okay.
See, that's another thing I outsource. Hannah runs the DJ Life clothing line now.
Okay.
So she's currently talking to the people to run it and everything. That's why I didn't have a drop in a whole entire year, because that was on the lowest of the priorities.
yeah,
Yep.
And sadly enough, DJ Life clothing's like negative, like I think like $5,000 at this point. There's literally like, I think in revenue wise, like there's like $15,000 sitting in my closet right now. We have a lot of
Jesus.
stock.
man.
Is it online? Just so I can send that link out and.
Yeah, shopdjlife.com.
Okay.
Perfect.
Help me sell off my inventory so we can afford to pay for the next set of inventory, because like
Try to
each
help
drop
you
cost me.
Move some products.
Each drop is literally like a $5,000 bill, and I'm just banking on people to buy it. If they buy it, we'll make like $3,000 on that $5,000. So like it's nowhere near a huge money maker. So that's why I never really focused on it. That's just me giving back in a way. I just really want to create dope clothing that you can wear every day. Do you have
I love wearing it to my
Okay,
venues, because when I wear a suit, I'll wear
It's
it
so
when I go to
comfy.
set up. Right? Oh, I love the shirt, man. It's so
It's
comfortable.
so comfy.
Yeah, and they're like, "What does that mean? Like eat, sleep, DJ, repeat?" I'm like, "What do you think it means?"
Figure it out.
Yeah, it should be launching. I believe we're launching it like the last. It's somewhere around Memorial Day. I can't remember what date me and Hannah said on, but sometime around Memorial Day right now is when we're going to be launching it. Let me see if
What's Memorial Day in Canada? What is that? I don't even know. We don't have a Memorial Day.
Oh, do you guys not know what Memorial Day is? It's the
No,
last
I
weekend
don't.
of May.
I don't.
It's the last.
Oh,
weekend
that's
of
our May
May.
2-4 weekend.
That's May 2-4.
That's our Queen Victoria. That's her second birthday of the year. So that's her birthday.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
I thought
she
it
has
was
two,
like go
she,
buy a
she
case
has
of
2
beer.
birthdays a year. She has 2 birthdays a year. That's Queen Victoria.
I thought it was like 2-4 for a reason.
Queen,
like 24.
the Queen, who just recovered from COVID.
All right, so the sayings on the shirt this round are going to be "Life of the party, good vibes only again," and it's heavier than it looks. And then we're looking at doing dad hats. We're definitely going to be doing flags. T-shirts are going to be black, gray, and orange. I'm reading it sideways. Looking at doing beach towels maybe. But yeah.
Yeah, your last
I'm
drop
excited.
was pretty awesome. They were really cool.
Yeah, and that one sold the most, but I bought way too much fucking inventory.
We'll try and help you out there. I'll see what I can do.
That's where my I sold
like
I sold the most amount I've ever sold in a drop, but like I think I tripled the amount that I bought for that order. So that's why I'm sitting on like half of that drop is still sitting up in the closet. Like it didn't. So we're cutting back heavy on the ordering on the next drop to kind of like build that back up.
Yeah,
but,
no doubt. Well,
anyways,
again,
guys,
thank you,
have
sir.
fun. I
really
was like chatting and talking and all that.
Yeah, man. It's always a good time hanging out with you. Thank you for the tips
Absolutely.
for YouTube. I will I'll send Ernie some statistics and see if I can get some stuff moving on this son of a bitch.
We'll let you know how the cat food one works out too. Eh?
Yeah.
Definitely pull on trying to get your other sources that you have traction on the follow YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm
okay.
doing. I've been putting them. Yeah,
To jump on YouTube.
trying.
And, yeah.
Been trying.
And then what you said, collabs are how you get the initial following.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Collabing with people that got the followers.
Yep.
So
we
when you guys
collab.
post this, let me know. I'll blow the shit out of it as always.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'll
Thanks,
put it.
buddy.
I'll put it in my email listing so that people can go watch it.
Shit.
Thanks,
All right,
buddy.
man.
I really appreciate
Dude.
this, Rick.
Absolutely.
You have yourself a beautiful night.
Yeah, go grab some beers, my dude.
That's exactly. We're actually going to. It's called World of Beer, so that's where we're
Oh,
going.
yeah. So
That's
You gotta
where
do
we're at
one.
right now.
Gotta do one thing tonight. You have to bring up some kind of cat food into a conversation,
No,
or use the word meow.
I
or
can.
something.
I can do that. Hannah and Marcellus have a cat. I'll just ask them what their best food is.
There you go. There you go.
oh my god. All right, man.
See, that
Right
could
on,
that
buddy.
could that could be your thumbnail. Rick Webb talks about cat food.
Rick Rick hates cats.
I was just writing
Rick
down a couple
hates
ideas.
cats.
My first one was really cool DJ teaches Canadians how to podcast. That's what's kind of like my first idea. Maybe that's too long. Too long.
No,
actually.
Rick hates cats. And then like big like cat.
that don't make sense because like you
No.
gotta. I don't know.
yeah, that wouldn't.
I'll think about it.
We're gonna
And
come
then
up
I'll
with a
throw
good
it.
one.
I'll throw you
Yeah,
a couple and see what you think.
Rick Webb
He's
stuffed the
he's
cat in a speaker.
feline fine.
We chatted cats, cat food, and how to cure COVID.
Go listen to the podcast, right,
No more
meow.
COVID.
No, don't put COVID in there. You get flagged.
Listen to the
Oh,
podcast,
oh.
right, meow.
Right? No, just
No.
okay.
I'm
Okay.
You guys got it. I believe in you.
All right, man.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Have a good
See
night.
you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just stopped recording.
Yeah, I got you.
You had mentioned Goodyear at the beginning of the podcast. Did you want me to bleep that out, or are you okay with saying their name?
No, you're fine. The only thing I noticed when I was in there,
Yeah.
and you guys are cool to see it, but when I was screen sharing, my revenue was showing on YouTube.
Oh.
It was showing I made $780 last month. So
Oh. Well,
Okay,
we'll
I'm gonna
try
see what I
and-
can do to bleep
Yeah,
that
we'll
out.
cut
Then.
it out. Yeah.
yeah, if you can just black that out when you do the video portion, that's all.
Yeah, I can do that, sir.
Everything else we talked about is cool.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, man.
All right, buddy.
Chat later.
Thanks, man.
our mouse. I can't turn it off because the mouse is unclicked. I can't.
I got you. I'll click it.
Okay.
See you guys.
Right on, buddy.
Later.
Yeah.
The mouse is